This is exactly how I would draft from the 102 position this season. So jumping inside a mock draft here, in round 1, players we had available to us were Ja'Marr Chase and Bijan Robinson. I'm actually going to go Ja'Marr Chase with my number 2 overall pick, who's my clear candidate for wide receiver 1 in fantasy this season. Moving on to round 2 here, I'm pretty much trying to target Chase Brown no matter what position I'm drafting from. In this case, we had George Pickens, Rashee Rice, Chris Olave, Amarian Hampton, Chase Brown, Kenneth Walker, and Devon Achane available to us. So we'll go ahead and lock in Chase Brown as our RB1 this season. Moving on to round 3 here, players we still had available were Kenneth Walker, George Pickens, Rashee Rice, Chris Olave, and Amarian Hampton. Since I'm really comfortable with Ladd McConkey or Emeka Egbuka as my wide receiver 2 this season, we're going to go ahead and target Kenneth Walker, giving ourselves a really solid running back. Moving on to round 4 here, exactly how I drew it up, we had Zay Flowers, Devontae Adams, Ladd McConkey, and Terry McLaurin available to us, so we'll go ahead and lock in Ladd McConkey as our wide receiver 2 this year. Moving on to round 5 here, we are going to target a flex. Best players we had available were Travis Etienne, Quinshon Judkins, Zay Flowers, and Devontae Adams. Since I'm really comfortable with the wide receivers we have left, I am going to target a running back, and Travis Etienne is someone who I think is going to have a very solid season this year. Moving on to round 6 here, I am looking to target a tight end or another wide receiver. In this case, we had Devontae Adams, Sam Laporta, Rome Odunze, and Terry McLaurin available to us. Since every other tight end is off the board at this point, we are going to take Sam Laporta, who's getting the Arizona Cardinals offensive coordinator who allowed Trey McBride to be the number 1 tight end in fantasy last year. Moving on to round 7 here, typically I would target a quarterback in either Trevor Lawrence or Caleb Williams in this position, but Devontae Adams was still on the board, and I simply just can't pass that up. Moving on to round 8 here, since Trevor Lawrence and Caleb Williams are gone, we're going to transition and target Kyler Murray and Tyler Shuck as our quarterback later on in the draft, so we're going to take one of my breakout candidates this season in Parker Washington. Moving on to rounds 9, 10, and 11 here, since we are pushing off our quarterback, we can target running backs and wide receivers, so we went ahead and took Kyle Managa in round 9, Jordan Tyson in round 10, and Kyle Pitts in round 11. And then in round 12, we're going to go ahead and finish up our starting roster with Kyler Murray as our quarterback. If you're enjoying these drafts, make sure to like the video. The next one will be drafting from the 103, so make sure to follow so you don't miss it.